We've got another little bit of a mobility flow here for you guys. This one I would suggest doing in the evening time. Again, of course, you can do it any time that suits. You also don't have to do the whole thing. If you're short for time, just start the video and just do the first couple of movements. But these ones can be nice because they're going to be more longer holds, which can be nicer to do later into the day, not necessarily first thing in the morning, because the body will be a little bit warmer at that stage. You will have been awake and moved around for a little bit longer. So that's when these ones can be nicer to do. So we'll just start with legs, feet cross-legged. If it feels better to sit on top of something, you could do that. You could also sit on your knees. We're just going to go for a little side stretch. So we'll reach the arm up. Big breath in, exhale as we go over for that side bend. Kind of up for you for what feels good, for how long you want to hold here. You might add like a look with the chin towards the floor or up towards the ceiling. Make sure we're not holding our breath, that you're breathing. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhale to reach it up towards the ceiling, and then exhale to bring that around. Maybe you add a little bit of a look with the neck. If it's too much to go all the way down onto the forearm, just stay up on the hand, whatever feels right. Make sure we're breathing. We're going to come back to center. Feel free to do that again if that was feeling good. Next movement, we're going to have one leg out. All right, the other knee stays bent. And we're going to go for a reach up and over. All right, this can kind of be depending on what feels right for you. You can have your hand on the leg, come down to the floor. We want to try and watch that we're not kind of falling forward, that we're staying open and looking up underneath the armpit there. Make sure we're breathing. And then we're going to take the other arm up. We're just going to go for a little bit of a twist, just a gentle twist. So I've got my right leg extended, right arm is reaching up, big breath in, and then exhale. It's going to cross over towards my left knee. I'm going to get a little bit of a rotation here. And I want to breathe, find some length, lift up, and then exhale maybe a little bit more into the rotation. And then we're going to come back through to center, and we're going to do both of those on the other side. We'll get the other leg extended. Arm lifts up, big breath in, exhale to reach over. Again, you've got options of what feels right. Maybe this arm is on the leg, maybe it's on the floor. We just want to watch that we're not falling forward here. So we're staying open and trying to look up underneath that armpit. And we're breathing. Maybe it's too much to have the arm overhead. That's all good. And then I would just reach with that same hand on top. So this is my left leg, so it would be my left arm on top there. And then from here, my left arm is reaching up. Big breath in, exhale. I'm going to cross over to that right knee. I've got my right hand on the floor for support. I'm getting a little bit of a gentle twist. Any of these movements, feel free to do a second time. I'm going to bring it into a pigeon pose next. So we've got options. Okay, for yogis out there, you guys will know this one. And actually, we do this often in class at the end for stretching. We want to watch that the knee is headed out on an angle, a diagonal. I don't want the knee to be directly coming forward. That'll put a lot of strain on the knee. Okay, options to stay lifted, options to come forward. It can be nice to have your head resting. So either maybe you've got something you can rest, a pillow to rest your head on, or you can use your hands. But we also have a supine or a laying down version of this, all right, where we would reach the hands through and you want to try and send that knee out to the side. So whichever version you've decided to pick, and you might try both, take a few breaths there, all right, and really try and just relax into the pose. So any of these stretches, the big thing that we want to try and do is make sure that we're exhaling, especially if we are quite tight or it's feeling quite intense. As much as you can, if you can get those exhales, that will signal to your body, okay, it's okay, everything's okay, I can relax here, I can allow things to start to open up. And then, of course, we want to do both sides. So once you feel ready that it's time to come out of this pose, we can then switch. So I'm just going to stay on my back here, all right? But if you're doing the other version, then you just want to switch sides. And we're going to reach the hands through for laying down. You really want to try and send that knee out to the side. And then really let the exhales become as long as we can. Inhaling through the nose. Inhaling through the nose or through the mouth, depending on what feels right as we're trying to relax. And then from here, I want us to get a little bit of a hamstring stretch. So if you're in the pigeon pose, you're going to now come roll onto your back. We're going to extend one leg up towards the ceiling. We're going to hold in behind and rest your head down. If you hold at your hamstring, you should feel a little bit of a stretch. If you want to feel more of a stretch, you can reach up towards your calf. The other leg, it can stay bent, or if you want to make this even more of a stretch, you can extend the other leg out along the floor. But if that's too much, keep that knee bent. And again, we want to signal to the body that we're okay, that we can rest into this pose. So I want you to really focus on those exhales. If you want to get a little bit of ankle movement, you could circle the ankle. And make sure we get circles both ways. And then, of course, we want to do the same thing on the other side. So we'll draw the knee in, extend the leg up. Deep breaths. If you want to get a little bit of movement, we can. Remember, holding the leg up a little bit higher will add more to the stretch. If this is too much in general, if we have a towel, okay, even a tea towel, wrap the tea towel around your foot and you can hold, or a bigger towel. Some of you might have bands, things like that at home, but something to help you hold the stretch if it feels too much, but also you can just hold here, back it. And we want the leg as much as we can to be straight. So if that means that it's down here, that's okay. We're going to work with where we're at, and then slowly over time, we'll be able to get that leg in a little bit closer. We're going to go for a twist next. So I'll show the version with both feet on the floor, knees bent. You can allow the arms to open up. We're just going to let the knees fall over towards to one side. Okay, I want you to relax there for a good few breaths. For some of you that want a bit more of a twist, you could have the knee in towards the chest, the other leg extended, and then we're going to cross that knee over. Okay, but whatever version feels right, we're going to make sure that we're there for a good few breaths, or if you've got a timer going, you could set a timer for even up to a minute, okay? And then, of course, make sure we get the other side. We want to try and aim to have both our shoulders on the floor. And then we're still having those nice long exhales. After we've done the twist on both sides, we can come back to center, knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. Maybe rock a little bit back and forth, or you can draw the knee, your nose in towards the knees. And then we can relax down. If this is something that we're doing right before bed, we can then kind of extend the legs or keep them bent. We can find ourselves in this nice relaxation pose to finish. Close the eyes. Nice deep breath in and out. And then we should be good to go. Thanks, everyone. If it is before bed, I hope you have a lovely sleep, or that you're feeling even just a little bit rested.